OVO, man, we really with what? Yeah, really with the. I should probably sign a hit, boy, cause I got all the hits, boy.
It's the venue that's had plenty of success come through it since the mid-2010s, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Up next, it's our main event between the Chicago Bears and the Kansas City Chiefs. Two of the NFL's final unbeatens putting their records on the line against each other as we're underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game.
From one of the loudest venues in the National Football League, you get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the Kid team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. This defense for the Chiefs, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Slot man moves right. To the air, Williams. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
That's good for the Bears. First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
In motion comes the tight end left. To throw, Williams. He's got the Michigan man, Colston Loveland.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A good position to be in here, second and inches. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Throwing is Williams. Will get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy. But they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Escapes the defender. He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Chiefs had a perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Mahomes going to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
Third down and 10.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
You talk about this Chiefs defense, currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now we're going to get a stoppage. There appears to be an injured Bear on the field. 3rd and 2. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is, and if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
They work now on 2nd and 9. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He was caught. And he will have the Chiefs first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be second down. You look at this Bears defense, and they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And when those add up into big mistakes add up into points against you.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Yellow.
Now here's Mahomes. He's into space past the 25. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Yellow. That's your lady. That's your man. That's your man. Boys, you got this.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Yellow. White.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there. Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. And he's in! Touchdown! Kansas City! What a great play there! His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. 7,
Bears nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little bumping. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Looking to throw is Williams. Pass caught right side by Loveland. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Chicago.
Here's Williams. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Chiefs will take over here just shy of the 30. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Dyer or Dangbo there to make the play defensively. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Brought down back at the 31-yard line.
Now Mahomes. Over the middle, it's complete. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36.
It's fourth down.
It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be 4th down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. On play action, here's Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it will still leave him with a 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
First down.
hands it off out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. To throw, it's Williams. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. 3rd and 7 now.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Here's 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. A big play there for KC. 66 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Looking for Gray and finding him once again. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Noah Gray, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. Butker now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
That's the score. Chiefs 14. Bears nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. And go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
I know we don't have a special scoreboard to show it, but the offense, they've surrendered more sacks than they have points thus far. This defense, they're winning in all phases of the game right now.
Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here comes the Bears punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with a 14-0 lead, they may just try to get this to the locker room. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And he comes back with one complete. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They need two. Here's third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught for a touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now 21-0.
Bears nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A 7-yard.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Williams from the gun, he'll throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Bears are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Santos with the extra point. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Yellow.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 37-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
39-yard line.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can not afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Back to throw. Williams. Pass caught by Burden. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a first down.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Bears.
Looking to throw. Williams. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Down the left sideline. And he'll be taken down at the 26.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
That's caught. The tight end Loveland with it. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Here now, 2nd and 4. To throw once more, here's Williams. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. From the gun, here's Williams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. His his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. And now it's blocked. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is... not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No, no doubt about it. Before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys just spent a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
79 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Yellow.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now back to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Chiefs 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
2nd and 7.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Yellow, yellow. 15.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Mahomes going to throw. That's caught left side by the tight end, Gray. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Back to throw here. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Come back! Yellow, yellow! Hey, 43, 15.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Boy, that was a big gamble for them right there. They went for it on 4th down, showed a little chutzpah because they did it with the lead here in the 4th quarter. And this defense is once again unable to stop them.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Yeah, he's got it. A gain of 7 that time, 2nd and goal. But right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Hero 15!
Smith is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the byline, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive. And they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And able to get this to the 31. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. To the air, Williams.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Throwing is Williams.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Here's Williams.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Pass to the right side, caught by Burden.
And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed.
A gain of 7. It's 4th down.
Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Here we go. This is 4th down. They'll go. Here's Williams. He'll try to do it himself.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. And he'll find some space after about the 25. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. Here's Mahomes to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. To throw, it's Mahomes.
That's into the hands of Worthy. And he's going to have the first down. And that might not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they should be able to run it down from here.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Gray. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Now Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chiefs are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
35. Bears 13.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
18 on the play. 1st down.
To throw, Williams. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And the Bears 1st down.
Looking to throw is Williams. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Chiefs come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.